What's good, YouTube? Today I'm going to be doing what if Naruto was betrayed? So, basically, I said what if Naruto was betrayed? I meant to say, what if Naruto went rogue? Because basically what's going to happen is Naruto is going to be mad and he's going to go rogue because people are always beating on him and stuff like that. The Nine Tails kind of agrees with Naruto and is nice to Naruto, and he trains Naruto. He's not with all that mind controlling, because there's a little repercussion to the Reaper deaths here. What happens is, sorry for that slight interruption. I had to do something. So basically, people are treating Naruto bad, but there's a little repercussion to the seal that Minato placed on Kurama. Kurama can't break out of it. If he does break out of it, he dies. Like, not permanently or anything, but he doesn't come back for an entire century. So yeah, that's the business around here. So basically, it's nighttime. It's then Naruto comes out of his apartment, grabbing all of the stuff he needs and some food, as then he runs out of the Leaf Village. So people are always bringing Naruto to the to the Lightning Village. So I think I'm gonna bring him to the Mist. Naruto meets Zabuza, and that's all. Zabuza and Haku. We then have a 8-year time skip. So we then see an 9-year time skip. Then we then see 12-year-old Naruto training with Haku and Zabuza. Zabuza then says, "Get it in your head, kid. That's not good enough." As then Haku then says, "Yes, sir." In this one, Haku is a girl, not a boy. And Naruto says, "Mr. Zabuza." Yeah. Just call me Zabuza, by the way. Zabuza. Yeah. There's a mission. Gato. He wants us to do a mission. Gato. What does that old peg in the back want us to do? He wants us to kill the bridge builder. That bridge builder. Waste of time. If you don't want to come, me and Haku can go. Okay. That's your mission. What's the level? Well, the bridge builder hired some ninjas, so the levels, it's going to be a B or A rank. Okay. You can deal with that. Let me just explain a few things. Naruto is at Jonin level, and Haku is at Jonin level 2. But Naruto's at high Jonin, and Haku's at mid Jonin. So while they're walking, Naruto's just made a joke. Because Haku can cook, and she's always cooking, and then Naruto then says, "Haku, I can't. It's just crazy, bro. Your husband is gonna be so lucky." As then Haku then blushes. As then she says, "Yeah, that's true." As then they then meet Tazuna. And then he says, "Come with us, and we won't have to hurt you." "I don't need to come with you. I have these ninja." As then Sai, Kakashi, Sasuke, and Sakura then come out of nowhere. They then say, "Leave the bridge builder alone," in Sakura's voice, as then they rush at each other. Haku throws 7 needles with paper bomb tags on them, creating space and friction, as then Naruto body flickers right over at Sasuke as then he punches Sasuke in the gut and knees him right in the rib. As then he spin kicks Sasuke right in the jaw. Sasuke flies in the air and falls on the ground. As then Sai makes 3 lions, as then they come rushing at Naruto. As Haku throws 5 needles at the lion's neck, disabling them. As then she teleports right over at Sai. As then they're having a full-on battle, but Sai's about to get Haku with a little entanglement, bro. As then Haku is then kicked right in the gut. Naruto body flickers right behind Sai, as then he says, water style, great water wave, as then a water wave comes washing away Sai and Sakura. Then Sasuke is injured. His arm is fractured. No, his wrist is fractured, and his arm it's kind of dislocated. And then Sai, his foot is fractured, so if he gets up, he can't. And Sakura, she is just knocked out because she hit her head. Naruto and Haku are having a full-on fight with Kakashi, as then Kakashi pulls out his Sharingan. I didn't think I'd have to use this on a few kids, as then Naruto says, shut up, as then he then casts hand signs. Water style, great water dragon jutsu, as then Kakashi copies them. But Haku says, ice style, ice Sinbon, as then, magically, 90 Senbon are now in the air, as then they go flying at Kakashi. Haku controlling them, of course. Kakashi gets hit in the leg and sliced, as then Naruto then casts hand signs for wind style, wind sword, as then Kakashi is cut up. If he didn't use a slight genjutsu, he would have lost. But then Haku then fuels herself with chakra, as then she's fighting Kakashi. But Kakashi let his guard down, as then he sees Tazuna's blood is coming out of Tazuna's mouth. Naruto can use the Nine-Tails Fox chakra like Meliodas can use the dark magic, so Tazuna blood comes out of his mouth. As then we see a red arced sword. Like Naruto basically covered his arm in the Nine-Tails chakra and stabbed Tazuna right through the chest. So then Tazuna falls to the ground. Kakashi then says, I failed. Then tears start coming to his eyes as Haku sees her chance. As then she punches Kakashi right in the face. Spin kicks him right in the jaw. As then Naruto says, well, I guess it's time to take out one of my swords. So basically, there are these swords called the element swords. And most of them were destroyed, but Naruto has... No, there's only the water and the fire. Naruto, they're like Zabuza's executioner blade, but they're smaller and you can hold them. They're like, let's say, so you know how long a regular sword is? since it's thick like a chopping knife that people use to chop their meat and stuff. It's thick like that. Like it's thick like Zebza's sword. And it has a handle. They and it's really strong too, and you can engrave fire around it, and you can engrave water around it, and control water and fire with it. As then Naruto brings out both of his swords. As then Kakashi uses his strongest move, Lightning Blade, Thunder of the Lightning, Thunder of the Lightning God. Is then Kakashi then comes rushing at Naruto, as Naruto then says, "Come on." Then he clashes both of his swords together, creating great friction in the air, clashing with Kakashi's lightning blade. As then there's a big explosion. Sakura and everyone else is awoken. As then Naruto and Haku body flickered to the left. They see Kakashi on the ground. As sorry for the background noise. As what's her name? As then Sakura, she has a little bit of healing chakra. As then she tries to heal, as then she's healing Tajuna, but it's too late. Naruto, he put some of his fire chakra, which kind of disabled Tazuna's healing process. So Tazuna, and plus Tazuna's like a 70, 60-year-old man. As then Tazuna has passed away. They then attend the funeral, and then they say it was a blonde-haired boy. As then they see all of their injuries. The third Hokage is really conspicuous about this, but he pushes it to the back of his head. So this is where I'll be ending off this part. So Naruto and they get, let's see, I'm gonna juice a little money out. 50 million yen. No, 60 million yen. So Zabuza gets, let's say, Zabuza gets 30 million yen, and Haku and Naruto, they both get 30 million yen. It's shared between them in their accounts because their accounts are both put together, so they don't have a private account. And since they're kids, they're not kids, they're teenagers, preteens actually. And yeah, so 30 million yen is put into their account, but they split it. They split it with Naruto and Haku. This is where I'll be ending off this part. I hope you enjoyed. Hope you enjoyed. Peace.